Rohan, thanks for your patience. I told you to take 5 minutes. It took like 6.5. Look, first things first. There's no such thing as a good deal on the wrong vehicle. The truck you picked out, equipped the way you said it had to be equipped, right miles, that's the right truck, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Gray one we drove, right? This is the gray one.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now, I want to let you know that when you buy that truck, you're not just getting the truck. It's got 23,000 miles on it, so you're going to get the balance of the factory warranty. Okay? That means for the next, actually this is a certified truck, so for the, for the next 13,000 miles, okay? Anything goes wrong, comprehensively speaking, I used to say bumper to bumper, but neither bumper's covered, so I don't say that anymore. You're going to have somebody else paying for that repair. You're not going to. Because it is certified, you're going to have a 7-year, 100,000 mile, and that is from the date of the in-service date, powertrain warranty. With that comes a 12-month, 12,000 mile roadside assistance program. So if you're paying on your mobile phone bill or your physical damage insurance bill any roadside assistance, quit it. Okay, knock that off. You're gonna get it from us.
You saw those online when I researched it last night, so I was up all night looking at those, so I saw those already.
Okay, good. Now, don't forget, this is not just Ford certified, it is also Motor Trend certified, which means you're going to get paintless dent repair. And Lord knows, trucks get more dings and dents than any other type of vehicle. For the next year, we're going to pay to have any of those taken out that can be handled by the paintless dent repair policy. Remember I told you about key replacement. Those keys are about $300. If you lose one or one breaks or one malfunctions, we're going to replace up to 2 of those over the next 12 months. Don't forget, I think you've got an awesome truck, but if in 2 days you decide it's not such an awesome truck, what did I tell you could do?
Exchange it.
You can bring it back and exchange it. Just don't put more than 300 miles on it. And finally, so many people at this point are worried about paying too much for a vehicle. I told you earlier, you cannot pay too much at Wade Ford. And why did I say that?
Well, you said the way of pricing cars have changed, so you get the best price up front.
And not only that, we guarantee it in writing. Should you find the same truck anywhere else on the planet, on any website, anywhere, for less money, with the same benefits that we're offering, what did I say we do? Cut you a check back for the difference. Okay? So all of this comes with the truck. If you remember, the initial price of that vehicle was $39,900. However, it's been discounted to $3,999.90. You own it for $36,000 even. Okay? Deeply discounted, but you know what? This is no surprise because this is what you saw on the internet. When you throw in the taxes and fees, you've got a balance to finance of $38,971. Now, what we want to do is give our customers choices. If you look at this column, each time the term extends, the payment goes down. If you look at this column, each time the amount of cash goes up, the payment goes down. And by the way, you don't have to stop at $3,000. If you don't like any of these payments, you can put down 4, you can put down 5, you can put down 6. You can do anything you want to. But based on what you see right here, which down payment range seems to work best for you? 0, 1, 2, or 3?
See, the problem though is this, how are you figuring these payments? What rate are you using?
We're using a mid-term rate. Because we have not pulled your credit, we do not know what the lenders will tell us from a rate standpoint. So we're using a mid-range rate. If your credit's good, these payments could drop a little bit. If your credit's not so good, they could go up just a little bit. But that's why we range them too.
When you say mid-range rate, what do you mean by that?
That means the lowest rate on this truck might be 3.9 or 4.9. The highest rate might be 12.9 or 13.9. Because we have not pulled your credit, we don't know what it looks like. The lenders do that. We don't do it.
You're probably using 8%, then 8% is like the midpoint then.
I would say it's 8%. Okay?
That's
Well, again, if your credit doesn't deserve 8%, you're not going to get 8%. The question I've got for you is which cash down amount works best for you?
I mean, $1,000 would work.
So let's look at this column. At 36 months, your payment would be $1,280 to $1,289. Now, that may be a little bit higher than you were planning on spending. However, very few Ford stores would show you this. We're showing it to you because this payment right here would save you the most money, allow you to pay the vehicle off the quickest, and also put you into an equity position sooner so you'd have the freedom to trade or sell it if you so desired. However, at 60 months, the payment drops all the way down to $864 to $867. This payment is obviously more comfortable, but guess what? It's also more flexible. You can gain many of the same benefits I talked about up here. You just do it in your own time frame. And these two right here, our customers have nicknamed the best of both worlds. At 48, the payment's $1019 to $1028, and at 54, the payment's $933 to $942. Do me a favor, put an initial beside the payment that works best for you. Okay, that right there, so we can get your truck ready for delivery.
But 1 second though, that's almost $39,000. I can't. That's too much for a truck. I'm sure it's a good truck, but $39,000, that's a lot. You must do better than that, can you? Can't you?
Rohan, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You're doing exactly what you've always done when you've bought a car or a truck. Remember, we talked about the last time you bought a truck, you had to fight for your discount 3.5 years ago, remember? And you told me that that was a waste of time, and you told me it wasn't much fun, correct?
Yes.
And I told you that things had changed. I told you that in order to get you here, in order to get our phones to ring, in order to get the email inboxes to fill up, I told you we had to deeply discount our vehicles rather than making you fight for the discount. And I also made you a promise. I promised you this would be the most pleasant and the fastest purchase experience of your life. Now you're throwing a monkey wrench into my promise, and I can't have that. You're slowing this down, Rohan. I need you to okay that right there.
Let me ask you a question though. How do I know that this is truly your best price? Can I get a lower price elsewhere if I go there, shop around?
Absolutely, yes. I'm sure you could. Any dealer that tells you that would be the absolute lowest price is lying to you, because they don't know what other dealers would do.
So then, let me ask you next question. What is your lowest price then?
No, this is our lowest price. What I said was, might there be, let's say you could find the same truck out there. All right. First of all, there's no such thing as the same truck. All right.
A 2015 Ford is the same wherever I go. It's the same,
The 2015 Ford with 23,184 miles, there may not be another one on the planet. Now,
maybe 24,000 miles.
Maybe there would be one similar. No doubt about that. Okay? However, it's not going to be the same truck.
It can't be, because, right.
It can't be the same truck.
Same type.
What brought you in here?
Okay, usually, what brought me in here is two things. I like it's only 1-year-old car, and it's got good miles on it. And the price wasn't too bad. I was thinking, I think they have more left, in that price. Usually dealers always do.
You know what?
You guys always do.
We used to always do, okay?
I think you guys
look, I understand. You are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. However...
No, I'm trying to save some money.
We saved you $3,300 before you ever stepped foot on our lot, but I understand, okay? Look, the price is the easiest thing in the world to explain, all right? First of all, that truck includes all the standard features found on every single Ford made. For example, if I told you I could drop the price another $1,000, but you wouldn't get a steering wheel, how good a deal would that be? You're going to get a steering wheel, okay? It also includes the options that you chose. It also included the model year that you were looking for. You were looking for late model. We got 2015. You were looking for low miles. You got 23,000 miles. It also includes, and people forget about this, it includes all of the government mandated options, actually mandated equipment, mostly emissions and safety in nature. It includes all that. Now, what it also includes is a $3,300 discount, which we had to give you in order to get you here. Then you add the taxes, and you got the fees, and you got the price, and that's the price that you came in on. I need your okay right here, and tell me, is that exactly how you want the vehicle registered?
The registration is fine, but listen, everyone knows that this is really, no one pays asking price. You know that. When you see a price online, you assume there's, more profit there. No one pays asking price. You know that. Well, it's always something you can get. Come on now.
Number one, you're not paying asking price, but I hear what you're saying.
I meant the internet price. That's basically the asking price, you know.
Make no mistake. But you saw other trucks out there on other websites, yet you came here. Remember why?
Well,
Remember why?
Plus it's closer to my house too, and I like the truck.
Okay, well,
You know.
look, I'm going to show you something that most people don't take into consideration. You want the best price you can get today, correct?
I'm here.
I don't blame you. In fact, if you didn't, you'd be crazy.
Because I went to 3 places to get the price last time, and the first guy told me the same thing. There wasn't enough money there, but I went to the second guy, he saved me some money. So, that's why I'm a little apprehensive about that.
I'm going to say that you can probably go to another place today and find a better price, okay? If you could find a $500 better price, you'd be a big-time winner, wouldn't you? Because that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but see, in the back of my mind, I keep thinking, it's a big dealership. You guys saw all these cars. How much? Maybe there's another 1,000. Maybe there's 1,000.
You know what? Let's say that there's another $1,000 discount out there somewhere. All right, so we're making a couple big assumptions here. The first assumption is we can find a similar truck. The second assumption is somebody will sell it for $1,000 less than we will. All right, and you know what? I'm not even going to say that's impossible. It may take you days, weeks, or months, but I'm not saying that it's impossible. However, you would still come out a loser, and let me show you why.
Oh,
because
I'm saving money. I'll be at 37.9. I don't see where I'd lose.
all right, you find it for $1,000 less, and you go on your merry way. What you have not taken into account is the entire pricing equation, okay? You're not going to know what you paid for this vehicle, whether you buy it from me or somebody else
I know
today.
I'll pay 37.9.
Rohan, I hear you. You're not going to know what you paid for it for years to come.
What do you mean?
Well, the price today is one factor in what this vehicle is going to cost you. What you have to add to that is the cost to own. Now, the same truck somewhere else, some of the things are going to be exactly the same. Insurance is going to be the same. Maintenance is going to be the same. Well, not quite, and I'll tell you why in a second. Gasoline is going to be the same. That's not going to change. However, what we've done at Wade Ford is we have given you the ability to dramatically reduce your cost to own. Now, this is a certified vehicle, all right? Could you find another vehicle out there for $1,000 less that's not certified? All day long. The certification is going to drive down your cost to own. For the next 7 years, 100,000 miles from the in-service date, which is probably going to be about 5.5 years and 77,000 miles. If a powertrain component fails, who's going to pay for the repair?
See, I know Ford, but I've seen certified cars are they similar price. It says certified. When I click on it, I looked only for certified vehicles.
Okay.
This is when I came to you.
Yeah, this is why. That's why you came to us, because of all the certified vehicles out there, we had the one that had the lowest price,
Right.
didn't we, Rohan?
Correct, but
Okay.
I won't buy a non-certified vehicle. It has to be certified.
Okay. Let's say the certification's even. There's not another Ford out there like this that comes with paintless dent repair. Now, what's paintless dent repair mean? Paintless dent repair might only mean $300 or $400 or $500 over a year's period of time. However, it's going to affect the next factor when it comes to determining how much you're really paying for this vehicle, and that's the future value. Because if we can pay for these paintless dent repairs, and you don't have to, that lowers your cost of ownership, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know what? Key replacement. I don't know that you're going to lose a key.
I've never had. I never have.
Okay, then you know what? I'm going to X that out too. But let's go to future value. If your truck has got fewer dings and dents than somebody else's truck, and that's the only difference, which one's going to be worth more?
I mean the ones without the dings.
Ones without the dings and dents. So that's going to increase your future value. Now, what did I tell you we'd do if you purchased this vehicle from us and you had your vehicle serviced here and you brought it back to trade it in? What did I tell you we would do on the trade?
Well, you told me you'd give me additional money because of the dent and the ding warranty.
Not just that. We're going to give you an additional $500 over book value. Now, why would we do that? For very good business reasons. If we don't take your vehicle in and trade, we have to go find it somewhere else. That normally means we have to go to the auction. If we go to the auction and we find a truck like yours and we're able to buy it, that means we bid more for it than anybody else on the planet, which means we paid a lot for it. And then we have the opportunity to pay auction fees, and we have the opportunity to pay transportation costs. And when we bring it back, we have to spend more on reconditioning, because your vehicle, because we've got all the service records, we'll know exactly what we need to spend, which means we can save additional money. And when we go to remarket it, it's what we call a story car, because we know the vehicle. So it's worth $500 more to us.
So was this a trade-in or is this an auction car?
This was a trade-in.
So you guys took it in for less money then. So I mean, you should be able to give me $1,000 and be on my way. You know?
I did.
No, here. So basically, you're gonna make this $37,971?
No. I gave you $3,300 in order to get you to pick up the phone and call us so you could discover whether the vehicle was in stock. And you decided that even though we were fairly close, we also had the price and the truck that was right for you. Now, Rohan, I told you this was going to be a fast and easy process, didn't I?
I'm trying to make it easy for you. Just give me $1,000, I'll be on my way.
Rohan,
Yeah.
that would be unfair to you, and I am not going to do it. I need your okay right here. Well, you know what? Maybe I've missed something. Let me ask you a question. Are there any accessories or options you'd like to add to this before you take delivery?
I mean, the way the truck is fine right now.
That's what I thought.
But I'm telling you, I still need this to be $37,971. You said $1,000. I mean, listen, I drove all the way here. I want to buy the truck. I like the truck. Listen, you're a big dealership. I mean, $1,000 is nothing. In the big scheme of things, you give me make this $37,971. I'll even throw in that 75 cents because I'm a nice person, and we're good to go.
You do that 75-cent thing for us?
You know, I really would.
Okay.
My kindness knows no limits.
You're looking for a good buy, aren't you?
No, I mean, listen, I'm looking for a steal because, listen, man, I just don't have a lot of money. These times are tough. Yeah.
And the reason you're here is?
To save money, because, listen, this was the lowest starting point, so I figured the lower I start, easier I'm to get to my goal. That's why I came here. I figured the other guy was actually a couple of grand more, so I figured it's going to take me longer to get to my price. But, because I said the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So I figured, at $4 grand off, I'm only $1 grand away from a deal.
Rohan, here is your option, okay? You're right. There are other people out there with a little higher starting prices than we have. Their vehicles are certified as well. They do not come with a best value guarantee. They do not come with an exchange opportunity. They don't come with paintless dent repair. They don't come with key replacement, all right? But there's other trucks out there. Your option at this point in time is to go start hire somewhere else, grind them just like you're grinding me, and end up right where we are at this particular moment. And if you don't put any value on your time at all, I would not only encourage you, I'll give you a map to the closest Ford store.
I don't feel like driving all over the place. All I need is $1,000 and we're done. I'm not asking too much. I know you guys always got a little money extra, so I figured, listen, it's $1,000. I like the truck. I want to buy the truck. That's all that's stopping us is that I need $1,000. Just round this off and we're good to go.
Rohan, you're doing what everyone had to do 5 years ago, and you are doing it better than anybody I have ever come across. But Rohan, this is 2016. The world has changed, and it's changed for the better. It's changed to keep you from having to go through this head-butting, gut-wrenching misery that you're experiencing right now, all due to your intransient attitude. However, I am not going to get mad at you because I know this is the right thing, and I want to save you time, and you know what I've decided to do? I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to buy you lunch, but I need you to okay this so I can send the vehicle down to cleanup where they will rebuff, repolish, reshine it, and get it standing tall so I've got time to get you lunch while we're waiting for it.
But as soon as I walked in, this is the regular price. Anybody that walks in will see that $39.95 and buy it. I mean, just a walk-in price. Usually, there's some room. Usually the first price is like the real price now. Because that's just to get me in the door.
Are you looking for a good buy?
I want a good buy.
Good buy. Give Rohan a hand.